So I've got the cover back in, and I had to use a little method, kind of rig it up. I put my bar up against these lines here and used a jack and pushed them back. That was for me to get a clearance to put the cover back in. I got some of my screws back in. Now I'm going to work on getting this back screw in back here. What I'm going to have to do is push this line here back and put my screw in, and I'll be right back with you. So just to show you, this is how I have to work with it. If I can get that to sit up, I can show you better. Sorry, it's not easy working with one hand. Okay, and I put my ratchet down here. Kind of work it in slowly but surely. Again, it's not easy, but if you take your time, you'll be able to do it. And what I had to make sure before I put any bolts back in, make sure your back of the gasket is sitting properly inside, right up in here, inside the grooves, or you have the same issue you had before. It pops off whenever you're trying to put the cover back on. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back with you all in just a minute. I'll go down here and show you how I'm doing this. One thing I failed to mention with the screws, make sure you hand tighten all of them before you put a wrench on it, or they will not be level like they should. I don't know if you can see me down in here, but I got the crowbar up against my lines here because, again, they are tight. And that's how I'm putting in this last screw. I had to put it in by hand first, and then I use my wrench on it. And I'm just tightening it up. So I'm tight. Since I don't have a torque wrench, my advice would be to tighten it as much as possible, but try not to over tighten it. So I'm using a little bit of strength, and it's not moving anymore, so I don't want to force it. I got all my screws in and tightened. Now I'm begin putting my coils back in and hooking everything back up. I'll come back with the finished product. So I have everything hooked back up, all my harnesses, and I'm gonna fire it up. Excuse me. That'll conclude valve cover gasket put on an 8-cylinder charger. Join me again next time.